Hello, my name is Rock, and as of filming this, I am currently the class president of the CST department, and I'm going to talk to you today about Discord. So your first question is probably, what is Discord? Discord is a VoIP service. It includes both text and voice functionality. It works similar to other pieces of software you might have used in the past, such as Skype, FaceTime, Facebook Messenger, but it provides more options for community management and group collaboration. Discord is a newer player among these pieces of software. It got its start as an application intended for computer games. People like to communicate with one another while playing their favorite multiplayer games, and while other options do exist for that purpose, Discord really has struck a chord with that community, and as of right now is one of the most popular options, period. In fact, Discord has grown in popularity so much since it first got off the ground that groups of people that generally don't have any interest in video games at all have been using it quite frequently, mostly because of its community-driven features. Discord is very community-driven. These communities that prop up on the platform are called Discord servers, and there could be Discord servers for all kinds of things. You can have Discord servers for book clubs, sports fans, music lovers. The sky's the limit. Almost any type of community that you can think of probably has their own private Discord server somewhere. So it can also be used for academic purposes as well. When I made my Discord server for the CST department, I wanted to create a collaborative space for the students to support each other academically. In my experience, people learn best when they're surrounded by their peers who are working towards the same goals that they are. But we are in a hybrid program. That is, we do classes both in person and online, and that can change every day. And students have different schedules where when they don't always show up on the same days that you do. Sometimes they're online only. So there's a bit of a disconnect with this hybrid system, and I really wanted to find a way to have us a point of contact so we can help each other with homework, organize events together, and that was the main reason I looked at Discord very closely to solve that problem. One of the unforeseen benefits that happened with this server was alumni that graduated have continued to hang around the server and help students that are currently enrolled and taking classes. The programming channel in my Discord server is usually alive with chatter about how to solve certain problems. Now, of course, I have some ground rules that everyone understands. You can't cheat or just give the answers to the other students, but I think everyone's very okay with that because generally we all want to learn the subject at hand. So Discord can be a very powerful tool to get your communities together, get them interacting with one another, and really maximizing engagement amongst the group you're trying to foster. It's a wonderful application for that purpose. So I'm going to run you through a quick overview on how to set up an account and how to use the service, and then I'll wrap it up with a conclusion. All right, so first things first. We're going to go to discordapp.com. That's discordapp.com. And we're going to be met with this screen. There are two options available. I highly recommend downloading the application onto your machine. However, for this tutorial, we're going to run the software in the browser. That's another of the benefits of this piece of software is people that are part of your communities don't have to install anything locally onto their machines. They can run this in Google Chrome or Firefox or whatever they happen to have. So go ahead and enter in any email and password you like, and then click the Register Account button. Now I've already entered in my email address. I didn't show that because I didn't want to make my email public to everyone. After you've entered in your preferred email and password, you'll be met with this screen to again encourage you to download the application. If you've already downloaded it, then you likely won't see this screen. Let's click Done. And here is the first thing you'll see after you hit your server for the first time. This is the link to invite new members to your server. This is how they get in. they can get in, again, just through the browser with this link. If they enter this into their URL bar and they already have the application installed, the application will then take over and join them to your server. You have some settings here that you can configure. Usually I will have the link expire never and just set a limit of maybe 1 or 5 uses. That way they can use the link at their own leisure, and maybe if they want to invite a friend, they can use that link again. But the link is intelligent, and after 5 uses or however many you want to set up, it'll expire and you'll have to issue out a new link to get people in. And you do that by, okay, let's close this real quick, and right up here is where you create an invite to get people in your server. So let's go back to where we just were, and this looks fine for me. I'm going to invite my fiance Courtney so she can help us out. So I'll copy and I will send that to her, and she should join in just a moment. Okay, so now that she's joined, you can see that she's now appearing up here in the online section. If she were to go offline, a new offline section would appear and her name would be grayed out. You can manually control your online status. You can appear offline, which is just called invisible. You can say do not disturb. I turn this on quite often when I'm doing homework and I don't really want people to bother me. Idle should handle itself, or you can manually turn it on and you can turn yourself back online. Discord is really great at letting the administrator or administrators configure certain roles and privileges. So let's take a look at those real quick. So first we're going to go to our server up here in the upper left, and we're going to go to server settings, and we're going to click on the roles tab. From here, you're greeted with the everyone role, and this is a role that can't be deleted. It's here by default. You don't have to have anyone in here at all if you don't want, but you can see there is a lot of settings that you can configure for the everyone role and for custom roles that you make. That's a little bit outside the scope of this video, but just know that there's a lot of granularity when it comes to roles in Discord. So I'm going to make an admin role, and I did that by clicking the plus sign up here, and I called it admin. I better give anyone that is in this role admin privileges. So I'm going to make sure that's checked, and I'm going to save changes. And no one is assigned to the role yet except for me. The person that created the Discord server is automatically God, basically. But I want to make Courtney a God as well. I right-clicked her name and went down to the roles section, and as you can see, the role I just created is there. So if I click this checkbox, I've now given Courtney complete rule over my server, except for being able to destroy it. I'm still the only person that can do that, but because she has full access to everything, she could kick members, she can delete settings, things like that. In my view, the roles function is best used when just trying to keep your community organized. For example, in the CST Discord server, which I'll show you guys in a moment, I have standard students just set up as warriors. I was kind of going for a Ridgewater theme. And paid warriors for the work study students. So everyone in the community would know who to go to, who to talk to, if they needed help with something specific. The main feature in Discord you'll probably be using every single day, and all your community members will be using every single day, is the text channels and voice channels. Setting these up is pretty simple. If you want a text channel for something specific, a specific topic, let's say I want to talk about guitars. So I create a channel called Guitars. I can decide if it's a voice or a text channel right here, and I can make it private so only people that I grant permission to via the roles feature are allowed to join. But I'm just going to leave it as default for now. So now I have a text channel called Guitars. And I can talk about guitars all day long. And no one will yell at me for talking too much about guitars. Of course, there's the default general channel, which you can edit and change. People generally will customize every single default setting they possibly can. And the process is similar for voice channels. Just like I said before, we can make a new voice channel, and again, we can talk about guitars. So now if I want to talk about guitars to my friends, I can hop in by just clicking guitars, and if they're online, they can click on guitars and join the voice channel as well. There's a lot of controls that you can edit in these channels as an admin. You can set the bitrate. You should never really mess with that. You can set the limit at which how many people can join at one given time. Things get a little hectic when there's more than, I'd say, 6 people. So sometimes you want to set that limit if it's beneficial to the subject matter. But in any case, that's a quick and dirty overview on how to use Discord and how it might help you and your community grow. Next, I'm just going to show you an example of a fully functioning Discord server, and I'll see you there in a second. This is my CST Ridgewater Discord server in full display. As you can see, I have many members that are that have already joined in the past year or two that it's been running. You'll see all the current members that are online right now. You'll see people playing games if they're running the application on their PCs. You'll see people listening to music. It'll display when they're listening to Spotify. Nothing too specific. As you can see, I've set up a bunch of community text channels. Some of them are just to stay in touch with our sister campus in Hutch. I have one here for discussions on technology. I have a gaming channel. I have a channel specifically for admins so we can discuss issues when they arise. This channel almost never gets used, but it's there in case we need it. And I have homework-specific channels for people that need assistance in this. As you can see, there's always a lot of chat happening in programming. Not so much this semester, actually. I think there's a lot of students that are networking this semester. But in any case, it's there 24/7 if anyone ever needs it. Sometimes you have to wait a little while for the expert to wake up if you asked a question in the middle of the night. But it provides a very quick and easy access to everyone's brains. And technology can be quite confusing sometimes, especially the really advanced stuff. So it's something that I've benefited from many times, and we're all kind of like brothers and sisters in here, just helping each other out. And of course, we can't forget the voice channels. So if you need to just talk to somebody about a specific problem, I've set up homework and help channels down here. And of course, if somebody wants to use the server to play games and talk to their friend while they do so, these are here as well. And that about wraps it up. Discord is a very powerful tool when utilized correctly. There might be a bit of a learning curve, but there's many resources out there to hold your hand while you're learning to set it up. This was just a basic overview. There's a lot more granularity that you can achieve if you wanted to invest a little bit of time and do it. And as long as you have people that you can trust, you can set them up as admins. And after it's all configured, there's very little maintenance that you have to do. My name was Rock La Scala, and thank you very much for your time.